Pretty decent answers. Let's just swap first. I don't really want to stay in here if I don't have to. Lose a turn. They swap? No, they don't swap. Really? Okay. This is super effective, so... And my pacing's much faster than theirs, so I'm kind of confused. But a lot of people are not ready for the Greninja, so... Oh my gosh! Why? Oh! And we boost again? Yo. It's over. It's over. Dude. Have I convinced you to play Greninja? Oh my gosh! And they have a Diggersby in the back. I don't think it's even worth baiting here, but I could be wrong. Oh my gosh. Dude, we're about to sweep this whole team with one Pokemon. Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I have one final GBL team for the season for you all, and it is in Great League. I've had a lot of success climbing with this team myself, and it's got a lot of core breakers that I don't think a lot of people are prepared for, and because of that, the team can really excel in the right situations. The team is a Shadow Venusaur with a Greninja safe swap and a Bastion on the back. You know how it goes with Bastion. It's strong. It's only going to get stronger next season. Greninja is a really solid core breaker in general. You can bait out the fighters with it. And then Shadow Venusaur, I think, is the secret sauce here. It's not the bulkiest, but its coverage is nice. His typing is very nice as well, too. And you're going to see some of my opponents don't really have great answers to this. I have two back-to-back sets for you all. This is around the 3K legend range, so most of the players I've faced are quite good. Before we get into the battles, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you'd like private one-on-one coaching, scrims against me, some of my league guides and strategies ahead of time, or even tune into my live stream battles, feel free to sign up through the Patreon link down below. Kicking things off, we have a Cradily lead, which is the more popular grass of choice, but Venusaur, not too bad, especially because they're throwing bullet seeds. So I'm going to shield up the first move just because, you know, if they're staying in here, it's not a great matchup for them because they're running that bullet seed. I figure they're probably weak to Venusaur in the back. And we get to another Frenzy Plant. Let's see if they shield or not. They just let it go. If they let it go, I'm just going to pivot out. In comes the Talonflame, and you can see right here, right? This is why it's a core breaker, because strong into the Cradily, strong into the Dedenne as well, and you know, people don't really see Shadow Venusaur much, so being ABA weak to it is not too crazy of a thing. I'm just going to throw on Charge Check Parry. It doesn't really matter at this point. Bastions are going clean up in the back, and yeah, you all know how that goes. Anyway, there's obviously substitutes for this. You could run some other grass type. The problem with grass here, though, is that if you're running like Cradily, you're too weak to fighters, so you have to probably run something like a Jumpluff, maybe even a Shadow Victory Bell. One of my patrons suggests that. I haven't given it a shot myself. This is one of the sore points, though. You are kind of weak to Tinkaton, so even though I have a great lead, I'm going to swap over here at this point in time after throwing the Frenzy Plant. Even resisted, it does a lot of damage. And now, this is a pretty manageable range. On top of that, too, I have decent matchups into the Feraligatr anyway with my backline, so I'm not super concerned. The Greninja is going to cover it pretty well. They catch on Diggersby. I was expecting them to maybe try to catch it on the Feraligatr, which is why I went for the Stone Edge in case they did go for that catch. But they end up catching on not what I thought they were going to catch on. But that being said, we have the Greninja, and I'm in a really good position right here because it's obviously going to be a good answer to this Diggersby. And just save my shields for the Venusaur. I mean, the Venusaur has, you know, again, ABA weak to Venusaur. Feraligatr in the lead, Diggersby in the back, not going to be a good time for them. And then now comes the Tinkaton. Oh, what's up, Grant? Alright, let's see if she'll stick around for a little bit longer. She's usually, you know, more treat motivated, but I don't really have treats for you, Cranby. Alright. I don't know why I called her Cranby. I've never called her Cranby before, but alright. In comes the Bulldoze, and then we're going to be able to outpace the Feraligatr to the back-to-back Frenzy Plants. And yeah, I mean, that's the high attack damage of Venusaur, just being able to farm down. Shadow, obviously, but even resisted damage, not too bad for them. Alright, Dedenne, fantastic lead. And again, they were ABA weak to the Venusaur. I mean, what are you going to do about it, right? I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb in case they don't shield, but my guess is they probably will spend a shield here. It's pretty worthwhile either way. coming with the Bastiodon. Bastiodon has pretty good play into the Dedenne as well, especially when shields are down. So I'm not super concerned. And again, they're pretty weak to this. So, oh, and in comes a Feraligatr. Triple weak to the Shadow Venusaur. I mean, I told you, it is a core breaker, right? I mean, it beats the lead, it beats the backline, it beats the safe swap, it beats it all. So, it's kind of one of the benefits of running those kind of core breakers. And because of that, we are in quite the position here. I am going to just swap over to the Venusaur when I can. I think they're going to simul swap as well, if I recall this correctly. Yeah, in comes the Dedenne, and this is going to be a good spot for me. I could just overfarm a lot here because, or not a ton, but I could overfarm a decent amount. Yeah, you can see 100 energy at this point in time, because even if they shield, I have another move loaded. And it's going to be pretty bad for them. Yeah, in comes Superior. I can easily bait this with a Frenzy Plant. Honestly, even if I don't land the bait or get the shield, the Frenzy Plant does a ton of damage. And we have the back-to-back. I think they go for a catch here, which is going to be a good catch by them. But I kind of need to get rid of this Feraligatr anyway. I do go for the undercharge, get one more. We get the boost. And yeah, I have the back-to-back, so we should be in a good spot here. Just went for some extra energy just in case I needed it, but turns out we don't need the double Night Slash with the boost. But even if I don't boost there, double Night Slash would have finished it off anyway, so it was kind of like a safe win condition either way. In these situations, I would recommend just going Night Slash. Almost everyone shields this, so it's not really that beneficial. This person actually throws the move, which means that I can throw the move and grab the second shield. So maybe it was worth it. I don't know. I feel like they didn't need to throw the move, but because I wasn't going to get to move anyway. All right. We're going to like cram this go. All right. This is kind of an awkward spot to be in. Most likely they have a Bastion answer in the back. It is a Talonflame lead. So, you know, to be expected. But this is actually not as bad. It's like, okay, so if this is the upcoming season where Bastion gets the SmackDown rebuffed, this would be fine. But it's not. It's not. So the SmackDowns are still doing less damage than they used to. And because of that, one Flamethrower plus SmackDown's not enough. I actually don't think the buffed up SmackDown would have been enough. But it would have been closer. Actually, might have been enough. It would have been super close. The thing is, I just need to survive the Frenzy Plant, right? Or take out the Superior before the Frenzy Plant is thrown. Yeah, just not quite enough. That being said, I mean, pretty much hard countered all the way throughout. So for that to be the loss, not the end of the world. All right, Shadow Scizor, also really bad lead. But what I noticed is a lot of people like to stay in here to throw a move. So I just throw the Night Slash right away. If they let this go, it also puts them in a dangerously red territory, as you can see right there. So if that was Hydro Kick, that would take him out. But they surprisingly gave me a shield. Not the best for me, though. I'm going to try to throw on Charge Like Priority. They don't throw it. I don't know what my cats are doing right now. I hear them scurrying around. All right, so they do throw on Charge Like Priority right here. I do manage to get my damage off at least. And I don't really want to come into this with the Venusaur. Oh, they actually went Ice Beam. Interesting. Okay. So I end up throwing this. Mainly because, again, they have energy on the Azumarill. I don't want to lock this Bastion into something I don't really want to see. In comes a Greninja. Kind of an interesting swap because now they kind of get rid of their only Bastion counter. Because the Scizor's not going to have enough health to do anything here. Yeah, they end up shielding, which is the right call. Because they need to get this damage off on my Bastion. If they have Hydro Pump on the Azumarill, I lose anyway. Or I probably lose. So I have to always play to assume that there isn't Hydro Pump because I don't have win counts if there is, I think. Yeah, I don't think. All right, we do throw the Stone Edge right away. I think I end up, unfortunately, denying them a Bullet Punch. But I don't think they get to move anyway. Yeah, they don't. So even if they have Hydro Pump here, yeah, wouldn't have been enough. All right, 4-1 in that first set. One game, we did get hard countered. But outside of that, no matter how good or bad the leads were, we were chilling. All right, Venusaur, back at it again. A fantastic lead here. This is something to watch out for because I noticed this a couple times in battles. If they're running a Wigglytuff lead, there's a good chance they have double Mud Slappers in the back if they're staying in. It's usually a Shadow Cancer Marowak and then like a Claydol or a Gastrodon, something like that. So Just be careful of that because, and also I just go straight Frenzy Plant because it does so much damage that if they don't shield it, they pretty much get taken out. But if you go straight Sludge Bomb, you have to shield again. So I end up winning Switch with a shield advantage. It's pretty good. All right, and in comes the Shadow Marowak as expected, and I throw the Hydro Cannon. Very, very nice. They catch on Gastrodon as expected, but that's okay too because we end up winning, or taking them out before they throw the Body Slam. And so I still have a shield, right? So I'm in a really good spot. And then there it is. No Bastion even needed. Not that Bastion would have done anything there. Maybe I could have gone for a catch with Bastion. I don't know. All right, this person just quits out for some reason. I'll take it because Annihilape is actually pretty annoying for this team. Well, we get to run it back in the very next battle. It is Shadow Annihilape this time. And this is actually pretty uncomfortable because the pacing to their Rage Fist is the same pacing for the Frenzy Plant. So my only hope is that they try to go for a catch, but I can't really swap in, right? I can maybe try to swap and catch a Rage Fist on a Greninja, but by then it's double boosted. So that's kind of awkward. Oh, hello. Well, I got another cat here. It's my cat Checky. She just came all the way to me. Well, if you want to be in the video, I got you. Your sister did not. But that being said, we are in for a hurtin' with this Annihilape. Yeah, it's doing quite a bit. I probably should have thrown the Hydro Cannon or just swapped over. The fact that they're staying in here is not the worst sign for me because they're probably not great into this. But Wigglytuff still actually chunks us quite a bit, especially after I'm debuffed. And the problem is I'm debuffed completely. So unless they have like a Talonflame or a Galarian Moltres in the back, it's kind of bad. And yeah, I know it's another Bastion checks. What do you want me to do about it? I don't know. Hey, if you want to coach me, here. Tune into this battle checks. Tell me how to play this. All right, Jumpluff. This is not a great matchup either because they could bait you very easily if they have Aerial Ace and Acrobatics. And looks like this person at least has the Aerial Ace. Do they have the Acrobatics is the question. They go straight for the Acrobatics. I was trying to go for a potential catch, but they kind of threw at like a timing I didn't expect. I thought they were going to throw right before I get to Sludge Bomb. I do manage to get to this second Sludge Bomb, but it's not enough. This thing's bulky. Yeah, this is why this is not a great matchup, but I can't really swap in my Greninja. At least it's a health range that Greninja can handle, so there's that. They do leave with energy. And I'm kind of expecting them to have like an answer to the Bastion in the back. So I just stay in here. Even though Greninja walls off all this damage, I kind of want to just do what I can here to just leave with as much energy as possible. Alright, they go for a lot of Aqua Tails. And alright, so I'm going to swap over Greninja after this to get slight MG heads up. But in comes their own Lapras. So they kind of lock their Lapras into this matchup, which is quite good for me because I resist not only all their fast attacks, I resist all their charge attacks, and I can potentially boost on Night Slash. It's a 1 in 8 chance, not great, but it's something. Most importantly, I avoid the Jumpluff. That is the most important thing. But switch timers are coming up soon, and combo plays are possible, so just something to watch out for. I'm expecting them to probably go for a combo play right here, so I swap over, and here it is. But we get to combo play. Kind of a risky combo play because I was at the Night Slash anyway, so they probably would have had the shield. So if I went for it. But we went Charge Attack priority, so the fact that I get the Stone Edge off, we have the Night Slash loaded, and they can't even take me out. So there's that. Yeah, we're going to throw the Flamethrower, you know. Got a little BM. I think we deserve it. You don't think so? Okay. Oh, she's gone too. Wow, that's 2 cats in one video. 2 cats running away in the same video. At least they are sisters, so. All right, this is a fantastic lead for me. Fantastic counter swap for me as well. Can't really come in with anything else here, honestly, besides the Bastion. So that's okay. And we are going to, throw this. If they come in Greninja, they're going to take a lot of damage. So it's not too bad for me. And they can't really Water Shuriken me down very easily without taking a Stone Edge. Here comes the Stone Edge. They're going to get aggressive with the farm down. That's fine. But the thing is, unless they have like Aerial Ace, it's not going to do anything, you know. This is a neutral Night Slash. They could potentially boost, but I still have a shield. And I'm going to shield the next one. Let's see what they have in the back, though. My coverage is generally pretty good between these two. Good catch onto the Clodsire. But we have our own Greninja, and our pacing is just far superior. I'm going to go for the bait, actually, because if they don't shield it, I can Water Shuriken down. And they don't have any moves they can really threaten. Oh, and we get the boost. It's over. You know, the boost is nice. It's not really necessary with this team, but when you get it too and you're already in a commanding position, it's just the cherry on top. And yeah, I mean, again, there's nothing they can really do at this point. Even if they somehow boost on this, I guess it's Vine Whip down because they had to throw 2 moves. Either way, yeah, and they just don't even get there. All right, so we get another 4-1 right there. I mean, the game we lost here was against the Shadow Annihilape lead with the Wigglytuff and the Bass in the back. Definitely a harder one. Shadow Annihilape and Annihilape in general, admittedly, is a little bit annoying for the team. Luckily, I didn't face into too many, but maybe other ways to play it around is maybe trying to catch a Rage Fist on the Greninja. It's uncomfortable, but you can at least save the energy on the Venusaur for later. Frenzy Plant, maybe throw it at the Annihilape or force him to swap out and then, you know, come in Bastion and do some stuff, right? There's ways around it. So that being said, hopefully this could be a good team to help you push yourself over the final goal zone of whatever you're looking for. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next season. So check out my last video where I made a tier list for all the Great League Pokemon. I will have one coming up for Ultra League as well, so be on the lookout for that. And for the meantime, if you like this video, feel free to give a like and share, subscribe for future content, hit that notification bell to get alerted right when I post a new video. And I'll catch you all next one. Peace.